Good evening and welcome to You, Me, and the Community, a public affairs program dedicated to showcasing nonprofit organizations and their purpose for serving the community. I'm your host, Japhanie Gray. Thanks for joining us. Today we'll focus on a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to helping women going through pregnancies and a student organization here on A-State's campus that is a key representation of what volunteering really means. Our first group is a nonprofit organization serving or starting to offer hope, help, and healing to women experiencing unplanned pregnancies. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pregnancy Resource Center of Jonesboro, Arkansas.
This is the lobby. This is where people come in at first and they have an initial assessment where we just get basic information, kind of figure out why they're here, and figure out how we can serve them. This is a meeting room where women come in after they do their initial assessment, and we are able to talk with them and find out their situation, see where they're at, and find out why this is a crisis pregnancy for them. We have some models of babies, and at 10 weeks, what a lot of women don't realize is before 10 weeks the heart is already beating, and so they can hold the babies and they feel true to weight. Actually, they're the actual size and weight of the baby, and so in a hopeless situation they can see that there's a life growing inside of them, and that life is real and it's living and it's beautiful. And there's more models in here. Another feature of the center is this chart, which women who come in and are sexually active with multiple partners, we can just point them to the chart, and a lot of women don't realize that every person that they have sex with, they also expose themselves to all of their partners as well, increasing the risk of STDs or other infectious sexual diseases. This is our parenting classroom. So for women who have come to see us and they have a positive test and they choose to keep their baby, we try to provide support to carry them through their pregnancy, but also after they deliver the baby, we want to continue to support them and provide practical ways to help them. We have items like diapers and baby wash and wipes and clothes and formula. We have all sorts of fun things. So this is the room where parenting classes actually happen. So like if a mom and dad or a girlfriend and boyfriend or the mother and the grandparent of the child want to come together and do the class, like I said, they get double points. And another caretaker is more than welcome to come.
Right. This is the ultrasound room. This is where the girls come when they, after we finish their pregnancy test, we bring them in here and we do an ultrasound, and this is to prove that their pregnancy is viable. A pregnancy test is not 100% accurate, so when we do the ultrasound, that tells us exactly.
We provide, I know any of us here would tell you that we provide a service that we think is so valuable, that we are that place that people can come and talk about things that they probably wouldn't be able to share the details with another individual. And so we're a safe place for them to come and talk about where they're at and what's going on. And we can really give them not only medical help, but some wisdom too as to some options that they have, some things that they can think about, and just give them that information and that help that they might not get somewhere else.
So when a girl comes through our door that is very upset, has nowhere to turn, hasn't even told her parents that there's a possibility that she's pregnant, and then we get to supply that in-between person, that mediator, that can say, listen, this is not the end of your world. This is just another day, and we take it, and like my husband always says, when you start to eat an elephant, you don't eat the whole thing today, you take it one bite at a time. And so everything in life is one step at a time.
Let's welcome from the Pregnancy Resource Center here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, Executive Director Barbara Young. How you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
We're happy to have you on our show today.
Thank you.
People here at Pregnancy Resource Center, they think, you know, what is this? Like, what do y'all do exactly?
Well, the Pregnancy Resource Center started 34 years ago in Jonesboro, and the basic thing is for women that are experiencing a crisis pregnancy, an unexpected pregnancy, and they don't know what to do. And our plan is that we would educate them, inform them, so when they do make a decision, they make an informed decision. And not only are we offering free pregnancy tests and free ultrasounds, we also offer parenting classes for women that choose to parent their children. And this is a self-paced points program, Earn While You Learn, and they get points for everything, and then they can buy things in our store.
Oh, wow.
And also women who have experienced abortions in their past and they may be struggling with that decision and have some regrets. We also have a class. It's called our Post-Abortion Recovery and Restoration Program, and that we'd love to be able to minister to women that way. We also have a 24/7 dad class that is just for the dads, you know, just to encourage them and help them know how to become good fathers.
Get the papa learning how to change a diaper.
That's right. That's what do you do in the middle of the night? You know, you're excited about a pregnancy, but in the middle of the night when the baby cries for 2 hours, then what do you do? You know.
So with you as a particular individual, you know, you just provided us with a lot of background knowledge, and I can see that you're passionate about it.
Yes.
Why did you get started, though?
Well, I've always had a heart for women and a heart for women in crisis. And I know that they need to have a safe place that they can come to where they're going to feel like they're loved, they're not judged, they're not condemned. And that's our main goal, is that we're able to minister hope to them. In this situation where they feel like this is the end of the world, we want to be their safe place for them.
Well, hey, that is a blessing right now. But how do you feel that it's affecting our community?
Well, we have really seen an increase recently from ASU students coming, and it helps them understand the side effects of what abortion brings. And we want them to know that beforehand and not be affected by it afterwards.
Exactly.
With our ultrasound machine, we're able to show them exactly where they are in their pregnancy. They're able to see that heartbeat. They're able to see fingers and toes, and that's the reality of what pregnancy is. And we just want them to be informed. That's our main thing, and be educated.
Well, God bless you guys. We're going to have more from the Pregnancy Resource Center when we come back from You, Me, and the Community. Welcome back to You, Me, and the Community. We have the Executive Director, Barbara Young, joining us, and joining her is Mrs. Taylor Jeffrey, Public Relations Advocate. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Now, looking at you, I want to know some background knowledge with you. Why did you get started with this organization?
Sure. Well, I moved to Jonesboro back in the summer, and I'd heard so much in my church and around the community about the Pregnancy Resource Center and the difference that they were making, and that they were saving lives. And I was immediately drawn to it. And so I went in to interview to become involved in it and to see what role I could play. And the difference that stood out to me that they're making in the community is that part of the mission statement is to offer hope, help, and healing to women. And, you know, we're not meant to do life alone.
Right.
And so not every woman that we see is in crisis, but for the women who are in crisis, it's important that they have a place that's safe, that's confidential for them to come and share their burdens. And that's exactly what we do with them. We hear, we meet them where they're at, and we share their burdens with them.
Well, thank you. That was a beautiful answer. Now, touching on what Mrs. Jeffrey just said about being involved in the community and how much the Pregnancy Resource Center affects Jonesboro, how do you plan to reach out more within our community?
Well, last year at our banquet we mentioned, our fundraising banquet, we mentioned about one of our long-range goals was to become have a mobile ultrasound that we can take on the road to the communities outside of Jonesboro that maybe possibly couldn't come to us.
Right.
And so after that, someone came to us and really wanted to support that effort. So by late summer, we're thinking we should have that on the road and be able to take it to different communities and offer free pregnancy testing, free ultrasounds, and be able to encourage them and be a place where they can come and just share their burdens, share why this is a difficult pregnancy, and feel like it's confidential, feel like it's a safe place.
That is something definitely that I think could help everybody, and I think that will make people know more about your organization and how much you care for them. Like I was talking about earlier, people see from the video, it's like so much definition going on inside the building. You got baby clothes, you got all type of things, and I felt overwhelmed with happiness when I walked in. But we're going to talk on your events that you got going on. Can you tell us some more, like what do you have planned?
Well, coming up on May 1st, we're having our Celebrate Life annual banquet. And this is our largest fundraiser that we have that supports the center. And this year we're really promoting our mobile ultrasound. And Kirk Walden is going to be our featured speaker. And this is at Centennial Hall at ASU, and it's going to be at 6 o'clock. But since there's limited seating, they have to call for a reservation. So if they could call anybody that's interested in coming, to give us a call at 932-6644, and we can make a reservation for them. But that's one of our biggest fundraisers. Not only is it to raise funds, but it enlightens the community about what we are all about, that we're here to offer help and hope and healing to these women, and to be a place where they can come and they can be educated about abortion and understand where they're at, where the fetal development is at with their pregnancy.
And you say you had a 5K going on too?
Yes. So like you were saying, we have so much going on at the center, and to do what we do, it takes money.
Right.
And so we do fundraisers. One of our fundraisers is the 5K, and that's coming up June 21st at 8 a.m. and it'll actually be here on ASU's campus.
Well, that's
so
cool.
You can call the center and find out more about that.
Well, people can definitely plan for that particular event. But before we leave, what words of encouragement would you have to women out there that would like to come but are kind of embarrassed or shy or something? What would you tell them that you are there? What would your statement be to get them out there?
Well, that this is a place where they can come and they're just not going to be judged. They're going to feel comfortable. They're going to know that everything they say to us is totally confidential.
Right.
And that we, more than anything, we want them to have a good experience when they come in. We want them to feel loved, to feel like we're their friend.
Right.
And to help them to make an educated decision about their pregnancy. And even though they feel like this is a hopeless thing, to say, I promise you, you're going to get through this. You know, and they need encouragement. They need to be encouraged in their pregnancies.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm pretty sure people that want to become involved or volunteer, they can just contact the center. One more time, your contact information.
We are at 910 South Main. We're open 10 to 4 Monday through Friday. And our phone number is 932-6644.
Well, thank you guys so much. Let's thank the Pregnancy Center of Jonesboro, Arkansas for coming on our show today. Up next, we have a student organization that defines community service. Stay tuned to more of You, Me, and the Community.